Well, Canucks fans, another disappointing loss. Let's join the therapy session. Let's talk about tonight's game against the Montreal Canadiens and the Vancouver Canucks. I felt like this was an important game to come out and play some good hockey, and we just didn't get the result. Let's hit the intro and dive into this game. Thanks for being here. Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad that you're here because tonight we're going to be going over the Montreal Canadiens versus the Vancouver Canucks home game. And again, a little disappointed in the final score. Actually, in the game itself, felt like Vancouver didn't come to play, but then made a game of it. The Montreal Canadiens came out and earned the victory against our Vancouver Canucks. Quite a few Montreal Canadiens fans in attendance tonight. It was one of those evenings where it's like it just was pretty discouraging to start, and then actually pretty discouraging not only to start all the way into the second period, and finally we get on the board. And that's the thing. So third period, we kind of wake up. And unfortunately, it's a little too late. But they had their opportunities to tie this game up. I like that they didn't quit. Okay, they didn't quit. They kept pressing. And it is what it is. So I got a big question tonight. I'm gonna ask the big question tonight, maybe a little later. I'm gonna talk about the Flames game in a minute. I'm just putting it in. Okay, so we're just setting that up for later. Okay, sorry to pause you there. Man, I don't know about you, but one of the biggest takeaways for me tonight was this. Boeser, we need you. We need you to step it up big time. We need our stars to play, right? We need our stars to play. And you've got a lot of guys that played decent games. I don't know. I don't know. Like, would you have these guys like Forbert last game, and then you got Hronek scoring? You got to capitalize on these guys who rarely score. You got to have secondary scoring, or I'd say primary scoring, because I would call them third scoring, secondary, thirdly scoring. I don't even know. Rarely scoring might be the better way to say it. I'm just talking about the Hronek goal. The Hronek goal was with the seam shot to score. That was a gorgeous goal in the way, like, how did it get through? Hits the post and in. I absolutely love it. But let's be honest, guys and girls. We need Hronek to step it up. Boeser to step it up. Thankful for Hronek. He's been playing really good. We also, when is Quinn Hughes coming back? That is my question. Quinn Hughes is out again. It's like, these are pretty big games. Obviously, what he's dealing with is significant, is the plan. He's like, he'll be back tomorrow. I doubt he'll play tomorrow if he didn't play tonight, because we needed him now. So Just some things to think about, but we've got to win these games. We've got to find ways to win in order to make the playoffs. And that is the thing. And on some of you are like, playoffs? Playoffs? Don't even talk about playoffs. It's over. It's not over yet, Canucks fans. It's not over. Okay. We still have a legitimate chance. We can go on a bit of a run. The problem is, it's like, okay, how are we going to do this? Now, if we dive into this game really quickly, some things that I think is really important. We had 31 shots on goal. We've been talking about that as Canuck fans for a while. We need to score. We need to do something. We need to make a significance and a difference. And here we are. 31 goals, or 31 shots. That's what we wanted. Problem is, we didn't get the goals. The first goal that Montreal scored, a minute 6 was the time that was off the clock. If you look here, so Besser is here, banks it off of the Montreal defender Suzuki. Then it goes here to the Suzuki gets the goal. His speed, I just want to bring this back again. Watch Suzuki's speed. Number 14, he's got the double circle around him. Watch this. Bank, passes right here. Watch it, the kicks it. Look at how goes, and then, wow. Marcus Pettersson didn't have a chance there. That's frustrating. And Surakovsky there, again, with this one, it's like, man alive, how does this happen? Comes across and just snipes it in. That's Lankin has got to save that. I know it's the NHL, but this goal here was the killer. It literally was the killer. So again, this line is just fantastic. This pass, what a goal. I mean, it is what it is, right? So we're down 3-0. That is with 8:59 in the second period. And finally, in the third period, we get Hronek doing something beautiful. So the turnover happens here. Hronek, Suter goes to Hoglander over to Hronek and snipes it. Man, far post, beautiful. And then this goal by Pettersson. All of you people that are like, you never say a nice thing about Pettersson. I've been doing it lately a lot more. This goal is absolutely gorgeous. Now, wait a minute. Before we get to the goal, let me just bring this up for a second. For all you Montreal Canadiens fans that are watching this game or watching this live stream, and you're saying that should have never been a penalty, you're right. You're 100% right. The refs gave us a real gift there, an absolute gift. So it was really nice to see. But hey, it is what it is. Sometimes calls go against us, and then we don't score on the power play, so it doesn't matter. But it does on this one, because on this one, Pettersson gets the pass across here from Hronek. And by the way, let's start this over again. So as you saw here, he's on the left-hand side. That's not really where his natural goal scoring ability is. It's usually on the other side here. Where he's standing is around the Ovechkin area, okay? But he scored many goals early on the right side. And what I loved about this play is that he actually goes across, passes it Hronek, goes across, gets in the right spot, Garland to Hronek to Pettersson, and he just snipes it. He uses the Montreal Canadiens as screeners. They screen their own goalie, and I absolutely love that about him right here. So if you look at Besser's through, okay, DeBrusk and Besser on this side, you have both defenders from Montreal here, and he literally uses them as screens. They screen their own goalie, and he snipes it in. That was a beauty. And then, of course, the last one was the empty netter. This one right here, I thought that Pettersson was gonna stop it. The hand-eye coordination by these NHLers, like right there, he tipped it, but he didn't get all of it, and so incredible. Okay, so if we go back here to the right-hand side, outshot him by 4. 1 in faceoffs, 1 in power play percentage, scored on 1 of 3. Only had 2 penalty minutes. They had 6. They out-hit us, which was a little surprising. And then we had more block shots. The giveaways were the same. And then they had more takeaways than us. So Montreal sweeps the season series 2-0. So that's unfortunate. Both basically 1-goal games because Montreal hit the empty netter, but I know they count. It's just a game that we needed to win, everyone. It's just a game we needed to win, and we didn't win. So it's frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating. But Pettersson with the beauty shot, loved his effort tonight. Yeah, that's what we need to see out of him, and that was great to see. I love the effort by Sherwood tonight. I loved a lot of the play, but as a team, just not good enough. And then we have a huge game tomorrow. Okay, let's dive in to your comments. I know that it's a bit of a therapy session for all of us here today, but we didn't pull it out. We needed that win. It's not must-win game, but it's getting to that point where we got to at least get a point out of those games, and it is what it is. Okay, let's go to the promo, and I'll get into your comments. Well, Ricky, you're right. Tonight was a crucial game. We have to get a point per game. Jaden thinks it's already over. I don't think so. Always a point in watching. Oh, yeah, because someone up here said they're done. No point in watching, right? Is that what we're going to say? I don't know. Someone said that. So, yeah. Jeevan's frustrated. Okay. They're going to get rocked tomorrow anyway. So no point in watching. And then, but there's the thing. So Jeevan thinks we're going to lose 7-1. Come on, Jeevan. Come on. Tomorrow night, we need to win against Calgary. I agree. That is a must-win game for us. Give Petey a blue participation award. I mean, he scored a goal. It was gorgeous. I mean, he contributed. Yeah, Matt, he's just joking, right? Golf clubs are coming out early this year. Wow, like the negativity, the downplay is crazy. David W says the chorus of the Beatles song "A Day in the Life" starts off with "Woke up, fell out of bed," continuing with a bit later, and looking up, I noticed I was late, made the bus in seconds flat. What does this have to do anything? The Canucks barely showed up to play and have done so mostly in the third period when they've been down 3-0. Yeah, they showed up in the third period and that was it. We need more out of them for sure. For sure. Okay, let's dive into here. Mark says that he's losing faith in this team. Retooling on the fly does not work. I would rebuild. Is that what he's saying? Well, it's too late to rebuild. We didn't make the trades at the deadline to rebuild, but we can after the season. Shannon is saying, I'm going to say the Canucks are going to win tomorrow 4-2. Okay, that is our big poll question. So thank you, Shannon, for saying that. The big poll question is, do you believe? My bad. Do you believe the Canucks will bounce back tomorrow night versus the Flames? By the way, that's in Calgary. That's the thing. It's a back-to-back game, but why is it that we're flying to Calgary? And so that bothers me. Like, it should be in Vancouver. You know, if you're going to do back-to-backs, now we're going to go. Now you're saying, well, it's only an hour flight, but everything matters. It's getting to the airport. It's getting ready. It's doing all the stuff. I just don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. So I'm assuming they're heading a flight tonight and they're heading out. So yeah, that's just one of the things. So Shannon says the Canucks are going to win 4-2 tonight. I like the optimism. It was so much fun. The atmosphere is great. Like you said, Trev. Oh, yeah, this is your first game. Didn't get the win, but a fun game to watch. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I know it's way better when you win. When you win, the atmosphere is even better. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. The crowd, the sound system, the way they do giveaways, just the arena itself, the buzz in the building. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I'm absolutely pumped you enjoyed it. Yeah, Matt, EP40 got a goal, a beauty goal. It's not exactly at his full potential, but yeah, you do agree he's turning it around. Why are there so many Canadian fans there? Because you make humongous dollars. People are selling their tickets nonstop now. They don't want to go to the games. The season ticket holders are honestly selling, trying to make money off the season. And so when Montreal comes to town, they definitely sell those because they go for so much more. I think the puck was over the goal line in the first period on Joshua's shot. Did they review it in Toronto? I'm not sure if they did. Canucks can't even play on the second half back-to-backs. Calgary will come out hungry and rip this team apart. I hope you're wrong. Yeah, Coach Rob Willie and Shannon, they are the best. Absolutely. Yeah, maybe Shelov steals the game, but given how much of a sieve he's been, pretty much, I know. You're so hard on the goalies, David. Oh, you're grumpy again? Oh, sorry to hear that. Vass says rough. They've been playing all year like they want the coach fired. Yeah, that's a fair thing. Tomorrow will be the knockout punch. Speaking of knockout, did you see the Zadorov fight? Man, we needed that guy. Yeah, I missed Zadorov. I did not see the fight. I'll watch it on hockeyfights.com real soon. Tomorrow is possibly the most important game of the season, but it's not a definite loss. I agree. Kevin. Now, come on, Kevin, be positive here. It seemed like when Joshua's goal did not count, the team knew the NHL wouldn't let them win. Do you really think the NHL is looking at them going, we don't want Vancouver to win tonight? Like, think about it for a moment. Like, Bettman hates the Canucks. The head office hates the Canucks. They can't win because we don't like Canadian teams. Oh, wait, we're playing a Canadian team that is literally named the Canadiens. So they're like, we favor Montreal? I don't know. We can't use that as an excuse. His stick totally was across the line with the puck behind it. It's frustrating, sure. Alvin should have offered Pettersson for Zadorov and Lindholm. I know, you know how many people have said that? They've said that, yeah. DeBrusk is dead weight, another disappointment to add to the list. I don't know if I'd say that. He's just streaky. He's streaky, and we knew that when he came in. I like watching him play. Yeah, I probably should have counted, Matt. You're right, but it didn't. Yeah, the Zadorov one, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Besser has been brutal since the Four Nations. Yep. Yes, Besser has really struggled. We need Hughes back tomorrow, even if he's 60%. Besser has already packed his bags. The A's been ripped off like a new Band-Aid. Yeah. Aside from Lankinen and Hughes, I can't think of too many members of this Canucks roster who've stepped up. I think Sherwood stepped up. I think Heedle's been fine. Hronik stepped up. Yeah. Is this the 10 out of 13 games missed now? That's a big injury. I didn't think it was such a major injury. I know. No one wanted Besser at the deadline for a reason. Actually, the biggest rumor out was that in the last half an hour, the Carolina Hurricanes offered the Vancouver Canucks a first rounder for Besser, and the Canucks said no. There's differencing reports. Some are saying it was a first rounder, plus we had to take Kotkaniemi back as well. He's got a big contract. I think that's why the Canucks would have said no. But if it was just a first rounder for Besser, I'm surprised they didn't do that. Galactic thinks that it's a must win tomorrow. So I believe that the Canucks need to bounce back for sure. Don't need to be disappointed in the playoffs again. Forget it and tank. No. Let's make the playoffs. Petey and Hronek doing what they can lately. I agree. Can't carry the rest of this sad sack team, especially the forwards. And I don't think Petey's been carrying this team at all. I think he's had a couple good games, but he's not consistent enough. But I'm hoping he turns it around. I was excited about what he did tonight. This team is just painful to watch. I agree. Yeah, tanking won't get a good pick. The other teams below us are way below us. Listen to EP40 cry like Talkit does. Talkit cries? I don't think so. I don't even enjoy watching them anymore. I understand how you feel, Doug. I understand how you feel. That was 14 games missed for Hughes tonight. It's crazy. Hughes is dealing with 3 injuries. I didn't know that, Green. I thought it was just 1 or 2. Yeah, it would be great if they would have scored 30. Yeah. I don't mind the goal song. I think it's good. Yeah, absolutely. Vaz doesn't like it, though. Vaz doesn't like it. Pettersson was invisible until the third period. Besser was, it was struggled the whole game. He looks like a $3 million player instead of 8. I know we can say it about everything, right? Pettersson's been a $6 million player, not 11.6. You can say Besser, look like a $3 million player out there. I saw an angle on X that really looked like Joshua's was a goal. It's too bad. Man, I didn't see that angle. Dick says, if all the teams have the same salary cap, why are the Canucks so bad? That's a good question. He has nothing to say about losing to the Canadiens. I don't know. Yeah, I think he played fine tonight. Besser and DeBrusk. I don't think they're trash, but Myers' fault on third goal, checking at center ice, leading to the 2-on-1. Yeah, it's high risk with him sometimes. Progel says EP40 tonight, 1 power play goal, chances 25-2, high danger chances 1 out of 8-1 shots, 12. What? I'm having a hard time following you there. 1 power play goal, 25-2 in high danger chances for who? For the Canucks? 25-2, and then it says 8-1 in shots, 12-1, 9-3, and then the faceoffs. Okay. He's right there, man. Look. Difference in the game was the top 3 scored and played great, and the Canucks didn't show up until the third. True. Very true. Very, very true. Let's just see. What else do we got here? Green. Petey has been much better in the face-off circle. That is true, which hasn't really been a strength for him. That's another positive. I agree. Sean says Brock Besser could have been a Florida Panther. Do tell, man. Do tell. What was the deal, Sean? I didn't see that. Joshua scored that goal. How the heck no one reviewed it is beyond me. Number 71 tripped EP, no call. So St. Louis had no right to be angry. St. Louis had no right to be angry in the last penalty. I think he had a right to be angry. Canucks will have to play. Yeah, it's so much better tomorrow without Lankinen. She loves to the rescue. Great time to play the game of their life. I agree. They're going to come out hungry, though. Calgary's at home. They rested. It's going to be tough. I still think at the end, after DeBrusk rebound, there was a hand pass by Montreal. I didn't see that, Dreamer, but I'll believe you on that one. Calgary will spank Canucks. Let's be real. I don't know if I would think that. I don't know. Hit the like, people. Hit the like, people, because I'm out here. Even though the Canucks didn't show up tonight, I did. You did. And because of that, just hit the like button. Let's do this. We don't have a first line. No, I know. That's what we were talking about. DeBrusk, Pedersen, and Besser are not getting it done. They're just not getting it done. So, unfortunately, it's the truth. I know Calgary is rested and waiting a blowout in the making. Rest Hughes for next season, tank time. That's what Dell's saying. I'm still trying to make sense of your violent comments. Or what are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about Callum. I have no idea what he said before. PD will be a great second C when we find a number one center. Well, tanking will give the Canucks a possibility of seeing their first pick coming off up on the draft go top 10. There's no guarantee Canucks are broken. This week's loss to the Habs underscores that fact. Doug, they should sit Hughes the rest of the season, tank, and get a good draft pick if they draft right. Yeah, I understand people are upset. 5-1 Flames. I'm not even angry or joking saying that. Okay, you're entitled to say that for sure. SK93 says Brock Besser turning down that contract might have saved the franchise. It might have. It might have. I think there's another one coming from the Canucks. Canucks are going to win 6-3 tomorrow for sure. Okay, I love it, Philip. That's great. Rev, I just miss how we were playing like last season. Everything has changed way too fast. I know. It has gone downhill so fast. So I predict with Shelovs, the Canucks will allow at least 3 goals versus the Flames, whether that means the Flames win another round. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Trev, was supposed to be 1. I don't know what that means. Yeah. So Callum, please relax with if there's violent comments happening. Please relax with those. Thank you. Tony says there are 7 teams battling for the wild cards spot separated by 1 to 2 points. Ottawa. Oh, so on both sides. Yeah, on both sides. Yeah, the race is crazy. Doug says Shelovs is not very good. Last year was a fluke, like the rest of the team. I don't think last year was a fluke. I think we just were a better team last year. 5-2 loss in Calgary. Sean, does Vancouver still have a chance? Of course they do. They absolutely do. I don't think they get it done, Rick says. Let's hope management loves Petey or moves Petey during the summer. I'd be shocked, but I hope you're right. I had the Canadiens win 4-0. Well, Angelo, you're wrong. You're right about the 4, but not the nothing. It seems if we get down by the first goal, we fall apart. Well, we barely scored the first goal this season. That's not good news for us. Maybe they can score early in the first. Maybe. Shelovs will have an amazing game tomorrow. I love it, Hans. Petey will score again. I'm good with that. Canucks lose 2-1. What? It was going so good. Shelovs is going to have an amazing night. Petey will score again, and then Canucks lose. All right. Callum, relax. I agree the Canucks are a little broken. All I'm saying is that improvements needed. It should be recognized. No doubt we have to be better, but I feel the need to mention the positives. I agree. Sophie, and there are a lot of other fans that just live in Van now. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, let's just scroll down. Keen, someone's car is violent in my mind. Sorry, Shannon. Okay. Yeah, I think he's joking, right? He's joking. But yeah, I hear you. Canadian fans are everywhere. They sometimes outnumber the home crowds in Canadian cities when the home team is struggling to sell tickets. Fact. The game tomorrow is a 4-point game. Absolutely. We are the 3 points behind Calgary or 1 point ahead of Calgary. That's true. When was the last time the Canucks won a second game to the back-to-back? Definitely not this year. Yeah, and it's not been good. Canucks suck for 2.5 periods. I agree. You got to play better than then 20 minutes, then 10 minutes. You have to play, I would say 40 minutes of hockey to start beating teams. So if anyone has an extra ticket to the Canucks game and they want an almost 25-year-old guy to go to the game, I'm down. Yeah, you want to hit them up, guys. If you're looking to buy a ticket, I know Canuck Clay, I think, probably still has some tickets that you can sell. Maybe not. Yeah, Toronto, Montreal show up for the games. They travel well. They're all over the country. Depending on the exact schedule for the conference finals, I see the Canucks season ending sometime in April or barring that early May. You've been saying that for a while. We must win, but we don't. The first game I watched in person was the Horvat return game. I felt bad for my friends and his girlfriend for this being the first game they watched live. Myers has played better as of late, but I don't think he played great tonight. Kyle says, I'm getting so frustrated losing. Like, what's it going to take? It's going to take Quinn Hughes coming back. That's what it's going to take. Canucks, you need to use Enter Sandman when they step on the ice to get fans going. I just think they need to score. This is a disappointing year for sure. If from last year to this year, night and day. Night and day. Tocchet doing his usual excuses. I mean, what do you want him to say, Callum? What do you want him to say? The rumored trade was Besser and Leckermacki, EP40 Willander for Kotkaniemi and a first. Not sure I trust that, though. I heard that one as well, but I also heard it was Besser straight up for a first round pick. That's also I heard both of those things. That's true. I don't think even diehard Canucks fans think a Stanley Cup is guaranteed. I do see improvement, though, and maybe I'm biased. I really want Canadian dynasties. It's all I want. I don't really. I just want the Canucks to win a Stanley Cup. That's all I want. The only thing left is the Ovi watch. 3 assists tonight, no goals. Yeah, he had a good game. You hate the Ovi watch? I get it. Fine, dude. It's really, it's monumental. It's monumental. And how does he have more games played than Gretzky? Did we tank a few years ago and it didn't work and blew up in their face? Yeah, it was. We should have tanked for Bedard. We should have tanked for Bedard. Well, we didn't. I think DeBrusk, PD, Besser was actually a good line. No puck luck. Okay. Do we need to sign a big, tough D man to protect Hughes in the future? Sure. We are the only team in the NHL this year that does not have a third period comeback win. Hughes may be playing tomorrow. He was reported to be skating today. David W. thinks we're going to bounce back at the Saddle Dome? What? Something positive, David? Good job. Hronek played 27, almost 28 minutes tonight. Workhorse. Petey got some good ice time tonight. 19. Well, it's not. Yeah, I guess 19. Almost 20 minutes is big. EP40 looks like a no, come on. Would be great if they got into playoffs. Would give them more experience. I agree. Yes, Progel's right. DeBrusk, PD, Besser won on stats, not just goals. Canucks goal differential is minus 21. Does that scream playoff to anyone? No, but they're there. They're there. Dan says this game looked like a classic 67-77 or 76-77 game between Montreal and Vancouver, especially on the Canucks part. Yeah, we need Coach Rob and I are willing to go down and help the Canucks. Moneyball only works in baseball. That's right, Callum. So apparently we are now the only team in the NHL that's to be down a goal and not make a comeback. I know, Mark. It's frustrating. I think he's at least an $8 million player, but I'm trying to be positive. He's been a lot more consistent lately. I agree. Pettersson's been way more consistent lately. More is needed, but he's trending in the right direction. I'm ready. Put us in. No, I would rather be a GM than a coach, to be honest with you guys. I'd rather be a GM than a coach. So Coach Rob can coach it. I'll be the GM. We'll have meetings with Coach Rob, okay? Shannon's ready to play, though. She's going to get on the ice. We need a good draft pick this year. We do. But I don't know if we're going to get one. Hughes was on the ice alone for practice in non-contact jersey and then left when the rest of the team came out. That doesn't give me a lot of hope. I don't think he's playing tomorrow. Good luck finding a number one center. We had one. His name was JT Miller. Traded him away. I did like the DeBrusque, Hedel, Lecker-Mackey line. Yeah, I like that one too. Shannon, you're a liability. You're too much of a goon. Alvin is going to have a bad season and screw it up like he did last year and even this year's trade deadline. I hope not. Steven, I don't know. Like, really? You're just predicting we're going to have a bad offseason? The Florida Panthers, after their 96 Cup final appearance, wouldn't win another playoff series until a 4-2 win of a conference quarterfinal in 2022 versus the Capitals. Oh, man, that's crazy. Canucks haven't scored 6 goals in a week this year. They ain't scoring 6 in a game. It's true. Dreamers thinks we're going to win 3-2. Fitness King says that Montreal cheated. I gifted coach a membership today. I fully support him. That's awesome. Adam, what a sad team. Absolutely. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. And that's cool. Calgary 8th, Vancouver 9th, St. Louis 10th. Calgary has a game in hand. Going to be a tight one. Yeah, absolutely. Canucks only have a real chance to make the playoffs if they get a fishing line. Okay. It's been a while. Adam says fire the GM and the coaches. I heard some rumors before the trade deadline that the Oilers were inquiring about Demko. I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't put She Loves in net. He's 1-9 this is one of the most important games of the season for us. I was surprised they didn't put She Loves in net tonight and put Lankin in tomorrow night. I was talking about the other Canadian teams' attendance when they come to Vancouver. Oh, sorry, I didn't get that. Dakota Joshua was robbed a goal tonight. That puck clearly cross line. Would have been a different story. Yep. Aside from Lankinen, it's Lankinen and that's it. I mean, Demko had a good week, got second star of the week the 1 week, so I'd go to the game with you, but I live in Winnipeg. Okay. Yeah, it's called sarcasm. It's Stewart. I think you got to play him tomorrow night. Let Hughes take the rest of the season off. I've been on these lives a few times now, and I see the trend with this Callum. And are they okay? Thank you for sharing your opinion, Sean. Tocchet will start Lanky versus Calgary. We'll see. Marvin, Canucks look like the Walking Dead until the third period. Truth be told, sarcasm is the lowest form of humor. True. I heard the same rumor. Canes wanted a top young prospect package with Besser. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. Even when we win, it's a 1-goal nail-biter. We haven't blown anyone out in any games this year. Just a bunch of grinders. I don't know. Well, what do you know? That Sheila's been unreliable. Yeah, we all know that. He did great in the playoffs. I don't think he's a great goalie yet. I don't think he's a great goalie. I think he had a great playoffs, and that was awesome. But I don't know if he's a great goalie. He's on his way to progressing. I hope that he's a great goalie. I would agree. Just one Stanley Cup in Vancouver as a Canuck would be nice. I agree. Christopher, they didn't play 60 minutes. No, they played 10 maybe. Need to put the screws through the whole game. It's 60 minutes of hockey. It's hard to say. Anything can happen in the playoffs. Just look at Boston when they had their best season and were out first. Matt, sorry, RevTrev. I'm 100% Canadian. I cheer for Canada over everything else. Gretzky and Ovi both got the scoring record in their 20th season. I'm happy for him, but I won't cheer for it. You don't have to cheer for it. You don't have to. You don't have to apologize. Gretzky, 2,857 points. Ovi versus Ovi, 1,600. Oh, man, that's a big difference. You mentioned JT Miller. I would not consider him even being a top center, second at best. He was a top center for the Canucks. He was the best forward for the Canucks last season. He was the best forward for the Canucks this season, and then we traded him away. That's just, I don't know how you can argue that, Sean, but I know that people are down on Miller, but I'm not. He's missed for sure. You're right. I'm with you there. Imagine a world where the Canucks land Marner in free agency. He wants to stay in Toronto, everyone. He vetoed a trade. It was going to be Rantanen for Marner, and he said no thanks because he didn't want to go to Carolina. I don't think he wants to leave Toronto. Oh, you guys are going to hang out together? Yeah, I thought he was our best centerman for sure. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Wolf is playing awesome. I'm honestly concerned. Wolf is definitely a Calder finalist. So is Hudson from Montreal. He'll be a finalist as well. I miss winning cups almost every year. It's only been 32 seasons. I think it's 31 seasons, but yes. Yeah. Unsainted wants us to sell the Canadiens to sell the team. Russ is here. Good to see you. Everyone hit the like and subscribe on his channel as well. Hey, RevTrev, did you see Quinn Hughes is going to travel to Calgary tomorrow, possibly play? I hope he does. I'm just not optimistic at this stage. Don't care about the other Canadian teams. Will not cheer if Edmonton wins. No free Boston pizza for me. Is it fair the owners of the team take a beating for the outright dire strait of this franchise year after year? Yeah, I don't think they deserve to get beaten. No, I don't think so. I think that say no to the violence there. Yeah, I hope he's back. Every Canadian team is superior to the team down south. I mean, they would argue. Why do the Canucks suck? I've got a long list. Maybe that's another video for another day. But part of that is trading JT Miller. Just saying. I can't remember the last time I've seen this team win a board battle. No fight in this team. Oh, no, I've seen that this year. Lots. So I think just lately it's been a struggle. Yeah, you're welcome to cheer for the Jets. You can cheer for the Carolina Hurricanes. You can cheer for Columbus. You can cheer for wherever you want. Go for it. But when you live in Winnipeg, of course you're going to cheer for the Jets. Yeah, this seems like it's got to be their year, but they've got an opportunity to make the finals for sure. Mark says, I really feel Tocchet will not be staying around if this keeps up. It's not just the coach, it's the players too. I agree. I worry, but this is a Canucks stream. I don't want to distract. Pattern with management, trade their best center, get a top defenseman. Hronek Horvat for Hronek, Miller for MP3. Myers Rage. Oh, I love it. I love it. I don't think that nothing is perfect. Oh, no, sorry. I don't think that Nothing is Perfect saw you on his stream. Okay. If the Canucks don't make it to the playoffs, I hope Columbus or Ottawa wins the cup. Wow. Are they even going to make the playoffs? Callum is a suppository. That's awesome, man. Love it. Tokic needs to go. He might be gone. David says, I hope the 2025 Stanley Cup goes to a non-Habs Canadian team, although just what the team will end up being is to be determined. Yeah, I know. Callum gets down when the Canucks lose. He wants us to win, everyone. He's got some real die-hard passion for the old Canuckers. Ottawa has Brady, Tkachuk, curse to deal with before they win a cup. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, everyone. The big question tonight is, will the Canucks bounce back tomorrow night against the Flames? I really hope so. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow night. I'm going to be cheering for our Canucks. I hope you are as well. It's been a slice. It's been a slice, everyone. It's been great having you on here. But let's be honest. We've been struggling, but we need to bounce back. We need to win tomorrow in Calgary. It bothers me it's in Calgary, but it is what it is. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. And we're going to cheer this team on. Win or lose, go Canucks go.